In 2020, astronomers discovered something extraordinary. A comet traveling through our solar system that didn't belong here. Named 3I Atlas, it came from deep interstellar space, moving at an unimaginable 137,000 miles per hour. Now imagine for just a moment, what if instead of passing safely through, it was on a direct collision course with Earth? The sheer force of the impact would release more energy than all the nuclear weapons on our planet combined. Cities would vanish in seconds, oceans would boil into steam, shockwaves would level entire continents, and the planet itself could be plunged into an endless winter. Humanity wouldn't just face destruction, it might face extinction. So, what if this interstellar comet actually hit Earth? Every once in a while, the universe throws us a reminder of just how small and fragile we are. 3I Atlas wasn't a comet from our neighborhood. It was a stranger from the stars, carrying the mysteries of another solar system. Its sudden appearance was rare, but its potential for destruction is almost unthinkable. So let's dive into the ultimate what if. What would happen if a rogue comet from deep space collided with our world? 3I Atlas. Typical asteroids hit at 12 to 30 kilometers per second. Atlas was clocked at over 60 kilometers per second, faster than a rifle bullet relative to Earth. Kinetic energy equals 1/2 mv squared. That means speed matters even more than size. For example, a 500-meter asteroid moving at 20 kilometers per second might release around 10,000 megatons of energy. Atlas, at 60 kilometers per second, could release nearly 100 times more, on the order of 1 million megatons of TNT. To put that in perspective, the largest nuclear bomb ever tested, the Tsar bomber, was about 50 megatons. Atlas would deliver the energy of 20,000 Tsar bombers in a single hit. A bright fireball streaks across the atmosphere, burning hotter than the surface of the sun. Within seconds it collides. The Earth itself ripples like a struck bell. Ground zero becomes a crater several kilometers wide. Rock vaporizes instantly, shooting molten debris back into space. If it hits land, the blast radius could wipe out an area the size of a small country. If it hits the ocean, walls of water hundreds of meters tall would tear across coastlines, drowning millions within hours. The devastation isn't just local. The atmosphere becomes filled with superheated dust and gases, spreading the disaster worldwide. The scary part is what happens after the explosion. Millions of tons of dust and vaporized rock would rise into the stratosphere. Sunlight would be blocked, triggering an impact winter. Temperatures could plunge 10 to 15 degrees Celsius globally. Crops would fail. Global food supplies could run out within months. The dinosaur-killing asteroid 66 million years ago caused a similar chain reaction. But remember, that asteroid was bigger. Atlas wouldn't wipe everything out, but it could kill off most large-scale agriculture and destabilize human civilization. First, chaos. Nations near the impact zone collapse instantly. The UN and NASA would issue warnings, but realistically, there'd be no time to prepare. Panic would spread faster than the shockwave. Governments might try to stockpile food, water, and fuel, but supply chains would break down. Survival shelters. Some countries have underground bunkers for leaders and military personnel, but for the average person, access is near zero. Private survival shelters might help a tiny fraction of the rich. Everyone else, forced to adapt above ground. Food crisis. Without sunlight, photosynthesis slows. Crops die. Within a year, global grain reserves would run dry. Famine could kill billions, not from the blast, but from starvation. Energy and industry solar power fails with blocked skies. Fossil fuels become the lifeline, but supply lines collapse. Nuclear power might survive and become crucial in keeping small regions alive. This is where things get sci-fi, but not impossible. The International Space Station, ISS, could only support 7 people. Not helpful. Projects like SpaceX's Mars colonization might one day create backups for humanity. But in 2020, we're nowhere near ready. Realistically, survival would depend on Earth-based bunkers and stored food, not space. However, the ATLAS impact would likely accelerate space colonization in the long run. Humanity might realize we need backup planets or giant orbital stations if we want to survive cosmic threats. Let's imagine the impact happens in the Pacific Ocean. A crater forms instantly, vaporizing trillions of tons of water. Mega tsunamis crash into Asia, the Americas, and Australia within hours. Saltwater floods nuclear plants, oil rigs, and cities, causing secondary disasters. Global temperatures fall for years. Billions die from starvation and disease. Civilization collapses. Governments break down. Humanity retreats into scattered survival zones. But the species survives. Unlike the dinosaurs, humans have technology, fire, agriculture, and medicine. After decades, sunlight returns, crops regrow, and survivors rebuild. Right now, humanity has zero defenses against an interstellar comet. NASA's DART mission, 2022, showed we can nudge small asteroids. But Atlas was coming at 60 kilometers per second. That's 10 times faster than what DART was designed for. Even nuclear weapons wouldn't help. They'd barely scratch it, or worse, shatter it into many smaller, but still deadly fragments. To stand a chance, we'd need technologies like gravity tractors, spacecraft pulling on the comet for years with subtle force, laser ablation, heating its surface until jets of gas slowly push it off course. Problem: interstellar comets are detected late. Atlas was spotted only months before its closest approach. With so little warning, defense would be impossible. If billions die, the survivors face a new world. Harsh, cold, and unstable. History shows humanity thrives under pressure. The Black Death in the 1300s killed half of Europe, yet sparked scientific and cultural revolutions. An Atlas impact could trigger something similar, or collapse first. Or then, a rebirth of civilization. Smarter, tougher, and more space-focused. In a way, disasters may be filters of evolution, shaping the next stage of humanity. Earth has been hit before. Dinosaurs fell to an asteroid. Ancient craters scar the Moon, Mars, and Mercury. Impacts are part of the universe's reset button. But here's the mystery. Maybe impacts aren't just destruction. Maybe they set the stage for life itself. Some theories suggest comets delivered water and organic molecules to the early Earth, seeding life. So comets might be both creators and destroyers. So, what if 3I/ATLAS had Earth in its sights? The impact itself would destroy entire regions. The aftermath, climate collapse, famine, and chaos would kill billions. Humanity might survive as a species, but civilization as we know it would crumble. The good news? Atlas broke apart in space and missed us entirely. But one day, another interstellar visitor might not. The universe is full of bullets, and Earth has no shield.